Hello again, Colts fans, and go ahead, just get out of your system.
You look good, man.
Go ahead.
You look weather appropriate. Although you're not wearing an overcoat, you might want to get one of those.
I
get one for
I
Christmas.
got to move up to this. This is nice.
This is nice. Don't touch me.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, let's look back. Who did the Colts beat last week?
I forgot. Oh, the Raiders. That's where we were.
Yes, the Raiders. We're in Oakland. That's right.
I honestly forgot for a minute there.
It was as chilly in the press box as it is right here.
Pretty much.
Right now.
Al Davis hasn't paid the Heat since about 1967.
Colts just cruise control in that game, you think, or what?
No, you know what? I thought that was going to be a close game. I really did. With all the injuries and having to go out west, and the Raiders are a better team, and they don't beat themselves as much as they used to. I mean, they only had a handful of penalties. They had fewer penalties than the Colts did. So they're a better team, and they play terrific. Fargus is going to be a really good running back for them. So, but I thought it was a workmanlike, kind of performance. It wasn't overwhelming, but they got the job done, and they got the number 2 seed.
Bob, we could probably talk a lot about the Houston Texans coming in here, but I get the feeling after locker room today and what we've been thinking about, the issue more is who plays, who doesn't. How do you handle the final 2 weeks in and around Christmas with regards to the fact the Colts locked up that number 2 seed, the first round bye in the playoffs last week?
I think you got to pick and choose. I think you have to. I think the offensive line needs a little more time together. They have not been playing. I don't think they've had a good season, much less. Certainly the last two months have not been as good as they're used to. I would rest Joe Adai. He looks to me like he's slowed down a little bit. I wouldn't play Peyton very much. I don't think you want to take a chance.
He's going to be mad at you about that.
Well, sometimes the parent has to tell the kid, sorry, you can't go out and play in the lightning and thunder.
Or the dome.
Or the dome. Yeah. So I think that Tony and Bill Polian have to make a lot of different decisions. I don't think it's either play them all and go for the win or sit them all and not care about the win. I think they've got to pick and choose.
This week, it starts this week?
Yeah. Look, they've got 2 meaningless games, and then they have a bye. So basically, they're not playing a meaningful football game for a month. It's virtually the same situation as they had in 2005.
2 years ago, yeah.
I do not believe that they lost that football game because they took too much time off.
I don't either.
I think they just ran into a buzzsaw, and a lot of other teams lost to Pittsburgh that year as well. So I don't think Tony believes that either. And let's understand too, there are some pretty, there are other circumstances that season with the loss of Tony's son, and you don't know how that affects an organization. So there are a lot of things involved. I don't think you look back at 2005 and now say, well, we got to keep playing them till the end because they got beaten in 2005. I don't think you do that. I think you got to be smart, and you need to take the rest where you can get it.
Well, Bob, we're back after the Pointer got a bye week. The Pointer got a bye week a week ago.
I feel rested.
2 weeks ago.
My Pointer feels rested.
And the Pointer, it was on there. The trailer was on there last week. So
right,
we're allowed to. Is this Pointer high enough? We got to make sure it's high enough. Okay.
Yeah,
well, first
personal on
yeah. Don't talk about your Pointer.
Right.
And somebody might see this and not like it. What's your wife's name?
Let's not go there.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk about his Pointer. Okay. Steve W. wants to know what the Colts are hiding about Marvin Harrison. Is Marvin Harrison's career over?
How many different ways can we say, I don't know?
What are you hiding, Bob?
We're talking 8 weeks with what they say is a bruised knee and a a ruptured bursa sac?
Bursa sac, yes.
It doesn't make any sense. And this is the problem, because they're clearly not being forthcoming. Then all we have left is the opportunity to speculate. Sometimes as a journalist, you hate to say it, but we don't know because they are our only source of information, and we're not getting anything from them. The players seem to be as confused as we are. They're sick and tired of talking about it. He's not going to play this week. I'd like to see him play a little bit in that last week just to get back into game shape like Dallas Clark did against Miami last year.
And I understand Peyton was asked about today, and how would you judge his reaction?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, the question was how much timing do you need with Marvin, and he was kind of like,
I don't know.
We can't say that the people that send in questions don't try and get creative. Ben S. from Ohio wants to know, how come more teams don't use linebackers and bigger guys to bang on receivers like Randy Moss at the line of scrimmage just to hold them up for a few more seconds, and he's wondering why that isn't done more.
Because linebackers can't stay up with Randy Moss, even within 5 yards. I mean, Randy Moss is going to go like Lee Corso. Yeah. See you later. I mean, that's just a waste of humanity right there.
Lee Corso reference.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone. There's not a linebacker in this league who can hold up Randy Moss at the line of scrimmage. Nice question. Then there's your answer. Ain't gonna happen.
Ted W. from Des Moines. Another
We're
return.
big in Des Moines.
He's returned another question again. He wants to know if Joseph Adai has hit the rookie wall, or not rookie wall, but the sophomore wall. Yeah.
Well, I think last year a lot of us were giving the Colts a hard time about not playing Adai more, and it turned out that they were right. They played a lot of Dominique Rhodes, and you had 2 fresh running backs in the postseason. I don't know if it's that he's hit the wall. I think he's gotten a little cute. I think he's gotten a little edgerinitis, where instead of just blasting it up through the hole, he's getting the little tippy-tappy feet, and I think he's a jump cut guy. He looks like he's skiing downhill, but sometimes you just take it and get up in the hole, and I think that, I don't know if that's because he's tired or if he's just gotten too cute, but I do think these have not been a couple of good weeks for him or the offensive line, and I kind of like to see him rest a lot. I think he needs a week off.
Drew from EIU. He's back again, too.
All right.
Thank you to those repeat questioners here.
Shouldn't you be studying, for God's sake?
Yeah, well, and he must be a really
What are you doing
student.
wasting your time? Your parents are not paying for you to sit at the internet and write us questions.
It's a good question.
All right, go ahead.
Well, he's noticed Ben Utek has had better ball security. Seems like he's improved on how he's handled the ball after catching it.
Yeah, he's aware of that.
And you and Ben have talked about this. And he wants to know, spinning off that, who do you think is the most improved Colt this season?
All right, who do you think? I'm preparing for radio. When I don't know the answer, I just spin it back to the person who's asking the question. Who do you think?
I think of Marlon and Kelvin coming into the room. Those are the first 2 guys that pop into my head.
I'll buy that.
But I think Gary Brackett too. He just keeps making more and more plays. So I'd throw.
I'll give you a guy. How about Freddie Keaho?
Freddie.
We had no idea if Freddie Keaho could step into Cato June's shoes, and he has done that and more. He's had, I think, a terrific season when he's been healthy. I mean, he just plays like his hair's on fire.
So you're going with Keaho?
I'm going with Freddie Keaho.
All right, Bob, time now for your final thought.
To be serious this week, we just want to pass along our prayers and condolences to Mike Chappell, our Colts beat writer, to Mike and his family on the loss of their daughter after a long bout with leukemia. So, Mike, our prayers and thoughts are with you and your family.
We'll catch you later.